And his presence, his very presence, just having the strength to walk out that door and sit up on this stage, lets us know that he's a powerful young man. And so without further ado, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce to some and present to others. I want y'all to get up on your feet. We're going to make some noise up in here. My little brother, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Korey Wise. Come on, let's make some noise. Come on, we can do better than that, Western. Wow. When they see us, again, I do want to take this opportunity to welcome you here. This is not a show and tell. This is for real. And this story is real.
Upon my God, I would like to thank for bringing me to here this far. I would like to thank most of all my Reyes, my hero. Despite of his track record, I'm not a lawyer. But I thank him for coming forward for me. If he had not came forward for me, I would never have been here. I'll be doing 15, instead of 5 to 15, I'd be doing 15 in life. I'll be living up in the mountains, far from you. It could be continued being called a monster, whatever. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for him coming forward for me. After I will fight in the day room 2 years later, 13 and a half years later. So I thank him for it. I don't know if he's still here or not, but his testimony to me face to face versus the city, it was priceless. Thank you.
All right, everyone. My name is Tina Conway. Once again, I'm the president of the Black Criminal Justice Association. I'm also the director of public relations for the Black Student Union. My major here on campus is criminal justice and sociology.
So again, my name is Taylor West. I am the vice president of Western Student Association. I'm a third year here on campus. My major is social work with a minor in interdisciplinary legal studies.
My name is Jawan Howard. I'm the president of the Black Student Union. My major is criminal justice, and I'm a senior.
My name is Bianca Miles. I am a social work major with a minor in communications. I am a fourth-year student. I am the president of the National Panelists Council, as well as the Elite Eta Epsilon chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated.
So Korey, well, I just want to thank you once again for coming to speak on campus and, just being here and getting this done. So you're going to be hearing thank yous all day for administration, faculty, as well as the students. But how are you doing? I just want to check in. How's it going? Well, this is your first college that you've been to.
Yeah.
Yep. So let's... Isn't that just amazing? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? I got chills just now. I don't know about y'all.
16 Emmy nominations, extremely successful Netflix series. Right now, your story is being told more than ever. How does that make you feel?
Blessed.
You're an inspiration to many, man. I just want to thank you for coming out, and really, man, you're an inspiration to everyone here.
Thank you for the love.
As a social work student, a large part of my studies deal with helping clients cope in crisis such situations, whether that be in unhealthy living environments, hospitals, or the justice system. What methods did you use to cope after being incarcerated?
My 90s hip hop music.
What type of artists do you listen to by chance?
Today, since I've been home, today I was just tuning to Hot 97, my Funk Master Flex.
Okay.
7 to 12. So yeah, I know.
All right,
He
Korey.
plays the best.
Okay, period. So, Korey, because you were incarcerated at such a young age, you were never able to finish attending your high school. You ended up getting your GED while in prison. How do you feel that the difference in how you received your education compared to how your peers received their education affects you today?
As long as I receive it.
Okay. Okay.
So, in the fourth part of the Netflix series, you told your sister Marcy that you wanted to be a police officer when you grew up. How did your experience change your views on the police and the legal system since you've came out?
One more time?
How has your views on the police and the justice system changed from when you were a boy to now?
Tremendously. Because tremendously, because the force today, they don't want old school heads in there, because old school heads know how to deal with their community. So they prefer new heads. So new heads more so they think like robots, and they're afraid, and when they're afraid, they have trigger fingers. So R.I.P. to Eric Gardner.
How do you think the justice system has changed from what it was in 1989 to what it is today?
It will never change. It's a twilight zone. It will never change. Our way of changing it is for my young, pretty much, females is always good, but it's for my young dudes, my young guys, my young brothers, to work on your job and claim your own independence. That's how you shut the criminal system down.
All right. Since we're living in a time with a corrupt criminal justice system, what advice do you have for people dealing with the police?
Don't be a wise guy. Don't be a wise guy. You're just giving them cause to behave other than themselves, and so you can fit their quota. Don't be. Just hear to their question. Grab somebody that you know of an adult, and treat them like they're your attorney, and just do what you gotta do. Just say what you gotta say and keep it moving.
Many people have been inspired by your story, and want to help people that have been wrongfully convicted but don't know where to start, what would you suggest to those people that want to help?
One more time.
Many people have been inspired by your story and want to help people that have been wrongfully convicted but don't know where to start. What would you suggest to those people that want to help?
Just look up Korey Wise Innocent Project out of Colorado.
Well, so I know that you that you play a big role in the Innocence Project. Just the average person, would they just be able to go on the website and just donate or just get involved through that, or?
I'm not very much a computer head myself, but just, like I said, just computer, Korey Wise Innocent Project.org, and pop up. And when it pop up, just read the info from there.
Oh, man, I appreciate it. Got you.
Don't make it hard for me, please, baby. You good.
So, Korey, Kevin now lives in New Jersey, while Yusuf, Antron, and Raymond all live in Georgia. This is going to be your favorite question. Why did you decide to stay in New York?
Why not?
Why not?
I ain't asked to leave in the first place. So you take me away, I'm gonna come back. If I don't come back to the same building, it will be somewhere in the area, but I will be back.
I read an article that you bought an apartment overlooking.
You know that too?
I do my research.
I'm supposed to be Yeah, the real estate guy put that out there. I got it back. I gotta see him when I get back.
Where's your favorite place to go back at home?
Back at home.
Period.
Pretty much, it would be, back in my home, my apartment, because pretty much my area done changed. It done changed, economically changed. So while it's changed, I'm glad to be wise enough to know better or to see it. I have to stay home until it's time for me to come out. Get that phone call, hey, we need for you to come out to see the people. All right, I'm out.
Speaking of change, what was it like for you to transition from life in prison to life in Harlem many years later?
Very hard for that change, but you have to force feed yourself that change.
What was the hardest part about transitioning?
It was pretty much before the change, before the economic change started to occur. I had a great deal of old friends to the family, of the Wise family, that helped me to adjust, and some of them still there some still around to the day, who I go see and sit down with and have therapy with.
All right. What advice do you have for those who are promoting resilience as well as communities that are facing adversity?
Say again?
What advice do you have for those who are promoting resilience as well as communities that are facing adversity?
Whatever you just say, it was
I know.
a big old vocabulary word. I would just say to the community part, I guess it all would mean the same thing. It would just be participate. Participate and enjoy, break bread.
Okay, now.
And just show oneness with them, and you're not above them. Just put it out there. Vote wise, November. Get him out of there.
Do you want to elaborate on what you mean by vote wise? What does that mean?
Well, for all the Democrats that's running, whoever's wise enough to deal with that man, whoever's wise enough to deal with the people, the question is, and to deal with him when it's that time, vote wise. Whoever's not afraid of him.
So in 1989, the media portrayed you as a criminal. Today, you hold many different.
Hold the close.
In 1989, the media portrayed you as a criminal. Today, you hold many different titles: warrior, inspiration, strong, etc., etc. Today in 2019, what do you want the audience and the rest of the world to view you as?
I'm wise lying, bruh. I don't get caught up in opinions. If I find myself getting caught up in opinion, then I lose my brain. I'm a Leo to the heart. Wise lying. W. I take that very seriously. I don't get caught up in opinionated. I don't get caught up in that. You want to get your rap on? Let's get to rapping. My rap is a form of my own little Quran. Let's go. Whatever you want to do, we can converse. But other than that, no. I was just a kid, that loved my boy, Don't flat leave your boy. That's how I grew up. And whatever happened, happened. Here I am today, as living proof of it, Every brother ain't your brother. Every sister ain't your sister. So pretty much what that being said is really pretty much examining the heart of the person that you're dealing with. Do you have to beg them or not?
All right. So we want to thank you so much for sharing all that information with us. And we've been able to ask you a ton of questions up here, but now we want to give a chance for the audience to get their questions answered.
Blow it. Blow my mind, y'all. Blow my mind.
So if I could have Rosalind join me up on stage, please.
Let's give them a round of applause.
Yeah, let's give them a round of applause, please.
Hello? All right. We good over here. No. Can you hear me? Okay. Hi, grown up. Hi, so we're just going to introduce ourselves first. So I'm Rosalind. I'm the vice president of CAB again, and it's just an honor to be here. So we're going to have everybody introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Raina Holmes. I'm the Director of Communications for the Black Student Union. I'm a fourth year here, and I'm majoring in Human Resource Management.
Been working on her braid over.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alexis Daniels. I'm the Vice President of the Black Student Union. I'm a fourth year majoring in sociology with a minor in political science.
All right, so someone from the audience has said, my father has been locked up for 40 years and I am 42 years old. I am wondering, how did you adjust to being free after being locked up for so long?
To be free is a state of mind. To be free is not just a state of mind, but you have to be free. You have to be free of parole. You have to be free You have to be free and know what you're doing to come and go as you please, as you damn well please. That is to be free. Not everybody is free. Not everybody is free. 40 years. He's still there?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. He's still at home. He's still at home. He's still at home among the. He's still at home among the walking dead. It's nothing but a cemetery up there. When you're there, you're dead. When you come home, the only way you're not dead when you come home, so-called home, now unless you home, you're on parole. The sad part with that would be you home on parole, but you still doing time. So that would make you just state property. And when you state property, they are able to violate you at any given second of your life. So you're really not home. You're really not free. You just on the outside trailer visit. That's all that is. It's a trailer visit. You're not free. You still the property of the state. You're not free. You gotta have a curfew. He could be 50 years old. You got a curfew. You have to get permission. You have to get permission to get some sort of leniency from the parole board for whoever it is that's out, that's doing forever in the day. So they're not free. To the child that's in their 40s dealing with their own man in that situation, they have a roller coaster. They have a roller coaster relationship full of straight up strong emotions in there. But at the end of the day, he would not be respected. As I've been hearing so much of, then pretty much to now, they are what you call a jailbird. What can you really tell me? What kind of advice can you really give me? You really can't give advice. You only get some advice from somebody pretty much that's been there. You try to treat them like a counselor about him. But how you feel is how you feel. They just missing from out your life. 40 years worth. And looking at more. So, love is love. It depends on their relationship. At the end of the day, love is love. He trying out. He trying, she trying. Everywhere the case go. I don't want to prolong that, but thank you for the question. It's hell up in there, y'all. It's hell in there. It's a world within itself. It's a graveyard. It's an everyday graveyard. Every day. And for a person to come from there to here, it would be like escaping Alcatraz. No one never escaped from Alcatraz. But like I said, if y'all do have loved ones there, I don't mean to shut them down like pretty much, but if you do have loved ones there, to the best of your ability, support. Try Try to continue to support her, because moral support is very important in that jungle.
What was it like seeing yourself portrayed on film, and how did you process that?
Very hurting. Process it. I don't see it every day, or sometimes during the week. I don't see it at all. But when I do see it, I never process it. I never really process it. All it really does is make me want it make me want to body my boy for leaving me for dead. But I love him like cooked food. Although half of it, I spits it out anyway. I love him like cooked food. Because with the lack of consideration, he just left me for dead. And like I said, trying to move past that right about now. It just, I will never process it. All I can just do is just, as long as that the flick exists, even in my own home, I just try to use, being my listening to hip hop and being hip hop as my tool to keep a smile on my face to myself and to him. Because without that, it'd be when there's rain, you gotta deal with that mud. And that's what me and him will be dealing with on a regular basis. So like I said, I just found myself just dealing with hip hop, which would mean self-empowerment, as you see on me now, and self-improvement. I'm before y'all without a speaker dealing with y'all other than me. So as long as I deal with y'all, I feel good to deal with y'all. Dealing with y'all is a form of me looking in my own mirror and dealing with myself. Because as I find myself dealing with myself, as I find myself talking to the sister in the back, me dealing with myself, I'm dealing with little Korey in me, who didn't get treated right by his boy. So I'm dealing with him. So upon me dealing with him, I have to deal with the little me the right. Pretty much, I try to deal with me the right way without some way somehow within me start to act up in me. Yo, I'm not asking for that. I'm not asking for that. You know what I'm asking for? I'm not asking for that. But you know, I try to deal with it.
Okay. So while in solitary, what did you do to keep your hopes high?
Say again?
While in solitary confinement, what did you do to keep your hopes high? Your hopes high.
My health?
Hopes.
My hopes high?
Yes.
What, stay alive? Just try to stay alive. I don't know why I try to stay alive, but I guess that would be the only great thing you could really do. Just try to stay alive. There's some way, somehow, try to find yourself coping into something to keep you alive, which was a very little, but pretty much once you're in there, you in there trying to save your own life because you know what's was waiting for you in population. And what's waiting for you in population is death. Death is waiting for you in population. Death is waiting for you in population. And I'm only saying that, getting into that now, as I find myself learning from this documentary back in 2014. So as I find myself watching it and seeing this white face jump on the screen and taking out an ad and so forth and so on. So as I'm seeing this and I'm hearing this, I said, okay, he's a reason for my trials and tribulations. So upon my trials and tribulations, and understand and taking in this ad that he had put out there. So this ad to this still wall of a jungle is what the jungle be wanting to see. The jungle want to see an ad because the ad is a form of whoever you get them. I take care of your commissary. Everybody want commissary. Everybody want a reason to go to commissary so they could buy something, so they could take their stomach off their back because they hungry. It's almost to say what's going on in it. It's almost they raising or they finishing out raising animals up in there. They hungry. They hungry. So if any importance pop up that's talking about a serious ad, $1 million ad, $100,000 ad, that's commissary. The penitentiary, captivity, they want commissary. They want food. And when you locked up under a serious, under a serious situation such as mine, you are considered to be short eyes. You are short eyes to the Department of Corrections. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you're there for a serious, heinous case, you are considered to be short eyes. Nobody want to be your friend there. So whoever has somebody up in there and they're there for a serious case, they have no friends in there. They are a short eye up in there. They have to fight for their life every day until a new short eye come in there. They take that weight off their shoulder. But until then, but at the same time, I would say, we're dealing with the Department of Correction, and you're dealing with the case of, I have to straighten this out a little bit, because the jungle has its own racist and prejudiced state of mind. So you could be a sister, they really don't give a damn. They really don't give a damn about you like that. If anything great did happen to you, because there's just a little scenario. It was where a black sister, she was kidnapped in Brooklyn, took to a roof, They raped her, and then they threw her off. It was very little. It was very little publicity with that. So when you're white, so that's where it gets charged. There's a whole lot of fire with that. So the Department of Correction, they funny with that, and mainly more so because when you're up north, you don't have no black officers up there. You have white officers up there. So like I said, as far as they concerned to their inmates who they treat so well, they the ones that bring the unneeded fire to you. But like I said, until somebody else come in. Okay.
So what was the first food that you ate when you got out?
You don't like me, don't you? It's been like 40 years ago. Well, it was probably some pizza. They probably some pizza, 1, 2, 3. Then later on that evening, it was probably some buffalo wings. You know.
Do you regret not staying at the ice cream shop when she asked you to?
I don't like you already. I know. Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys. And pretty much in my adult, right about now, I wouldn't go nowhere. No, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Right. I see you tomorrow. In 2 minutes. I see you tomorrow in 2 minutes. I see you tomorrow in 2 minutes. To all my guys in here. Wow. To all my guys in here. As I'm talking to my past and I'm your future. You see your boy tomorrow. I tell your mom where you at for tomorrow. Or before I go upstairs, I tell your mom where you at. Whether you did it for me or not. Yeah, this is where he at, and I tell him I see him tomorrow. I want my $20. Little Hilbert, y'all, little Hilbert.
Okay. So what makes you happy?
Y'all.
Hard to follow that one. How did you react when you found out that you interacted with the man that committed the actual crime?
I'm sorry, one more time.
How did you react when you found out you interacted with the man that actually committed the crime?
I would say it was pretty much mixed feelings. That's all. I'm in my day. I try to make a long story short. I tried. I'm in the day room. I'm in Rikers Island, C-74, 1 Main. I'm watching TV. About 5 o'clock, and I'm watching the news. Well, I'm about to watch Channel 7 news. I like to stay abreast to what's going on in the world. Cause I wasn't in the world. I'm locked up in the day room, and a special report turned out to be Mr. Reyes. So while they was talking about Mr. Reyes and his track record, and they had brought him out the precinct, and they had a few officers surrounding him, but I found myself recognizing one of them, and that was Detective Mike Sheehan, who later on passed away because of the movie. And so when they was talking about his track record, so the thought just came to me one time, could he have something to do with this here? But like I said, it was a thought. It came and it pretty much left. Ain't much if he came through, ain't much I could really do with him. I didn't think that way anyway. He came through. I'm looking at him as he about to come into my housing unit when CMC, censored monitor case, and he came through. And my thing when I was in the day room, I like to watch when it came on, before it came on about 10 minutes to 3, I always went in the day room and had the officers cut TV on for me, and I had put it on, getting ready to watch some video music box. Then years later on, they found them calling it 106 in Park. Had me feeling old then. But when he came through, I had the TV ready for video music box so I could finish doing what I was doing. And he had came out to the day room, and I guess he was coming in there. After he came in, he was looking for the Spanish station. But as video music box was coming on, I had came to my day room door. I said, excuse me, banging on the door. And he turned around, he looked towards the right. Hey, what's up? I said, turn it back. He said, huh? I said, turn it back on the program that you had turned it from. He said, no, I wasn't watching it. I said, I was watching it. I was watching it. Or take your ass back to your son. I was watching it. That's how it is when you're away, y'all. And so he found himself brushing me off. I said, no, this fool didn't do that. So C.O. Ramos, sort of Spanish black. He said, what's up, Wise? I said, Buzz me, man. He said, shit. Some action about to go on. He said, somebody over there fuck with the TV? I said, yeah. He buzzed me in. So we went in. So in my head, So what I'm gonna do with this dude here? My videos is going on. I wanna hear my video. I wanna hear my streets going on. So I went over and turned it back. So we going back and forth with it. I said, come on, man, you serious? In my head, serious? So I gave him a headbutt in his face. Because my joints was going. I want to hit my tones. So he went down, he came up, he gave me a nice hit in the face. So, Negro, it's on now. It's on now. So we went from there. He gave me a beautiful scar on my face. Thank you, Reyes. But after that, I had saw him in court. From court, it's time to go further up north. Cause when I was in Attica. I was in Attica for about 3 years, maybe a little bit more. I tried to get out of Attica through transfer. So one of my jailhouse lawyers, he had hooked me up a letter. He said, this is gonna be guaranteed to get you out. I said, okay. He said, but what I need for you to do, I said, okay, what you want me to do for you? He said, I want you to rewrite it. He said, because the Department of Corrections, to all in-house mail, they all be read. And the Department of Corrections knows his handwriting. And he's been there for about 25 years. According to his conversation with me, he said, I don't want to go nowhere. I want to stay here. This is my home, which is, I think that was like Parchester, Buffalo, one of them two, Rochester, Buffalo. So I said, okay. So I did the letter, sent it out. It caught up to him because it was a grammar. It was a grammar situation that they saw. So they temporarily locked him down. They said, "Wow, you want to go? Okay, you're gonna go." And they, instead of bringing me downstate, they brought me further upstate. So, like I said, in Auburn is a 1960 to 70 movie. Everything happens in Auburn. It's the garbage. Everything happens there. But when I found myself getting on quarantine or keep lock, everything in Auburn, you have to go through the yard. And the yard looked like this. Everybody's out in the yard, about 20,000 people in the yard. Everybody see your business. Everybody see you coming. You got bags. You got snacks. You got this. You got that. Everybody see your business. Everybody see your business, and everybody jump on you for your business. It's all fair game in Auburn yard. So I saw Mr. Reyes playing stickball. He was having a good time. Not to say to y'all that this man been on my mind. I've been paying attention to him. No, he was just Rikers Island, going through with him, and he was just there having a good time. And I'm quite sure later on, words got to him that KW is there. He's being harassed. He's going through it. He's going through the changes. And I'm out in the yard one day, coming out of programs. So by the time everybody come out of the program, it's about 50,000 people in the yard. So I'm on the basketball court, just waiting on the door to open up. And all I hear is my name, Yo Wise, Yo Wise. Looked over, and I see him walking to me. Couple of deep breaths. Don't know what to expect. You're in the jungle, you don't know what to expect. So Yo Wise, you Wise? You K Wise? I said, no. Said, yes, you are. Well, that's what you say, but I'm not trying to do nothing with you. Who are you? So I'm right here. See something? I said, okay. You don't remember me? He said, not trying to right now.
Right.
He said, wow, I see you still got the mark on over your eye, you know, from our TV. I looked at him. Right eye, don't make me behave like first blood on you, Jeffrey. I don't want to fight you right now, man. But he had his conversation with me. I see that you still here, holding your time down. You're not crying about it, you know. He said, "Are you religious?" I said, "No, I'm neutral." He said, "Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm down in the chapel area. So you should come down." And I said, "I think about it one day, but not today." So the doors open up. So, wow, we see each other again. Okay, peace. Went. You say about the next day, I went to breakfast. It was a heavy, how it looks out there now. It was a heavy cloud out there, just ready to rain. And it felt like I don't know, I just felt like Tupac, R.I.P., all eyes on me. I said, oh, God. So I grabbed my breakfast. So I'm going to eat this back in my cell. No, I ain't eating it down here. So I went back to my cell. And shortly after that, my door opened up. I had closed it back about twice. My little next door neighbor came to his cell. So the officer was like, yo, Mr. Wise, you wanted down there in the chapel area. Chapel area. So I felt like a Halloween movie, but the lens is moving you back. So I said, okay. So chapel area only, for me to y'all, chapel area means there's a death in the family that I was trying to stay away from. So my next door neighbor said, big homie, I said, hey, get out your cell, go take a walk a little bit, go get out your cell. Looked at him, okay, I take your advice on that. Because usually hearing that from him, I guess, if good news travel as quick of a blinking of my eyes, just imagine bad news or what have you. He knew something I didn't know. So I went, and it was like, went down there, and the rabbi, pastor, whoever, you got a phone call right here. I said, all right, 6 minutes. I said, you can take the phone with you if you want to. But I got on the phone. It was my mother. She was hysterical. What's up? She said, that whoever you found yourself embracing, he loved you that much to clear your name right about now. I said, huh? I said, wow. So she was just hysterical. She almost had me hysterical. I said, okay. Let me hold my composure. I said, okay. Okay. Then I went back to my cell. Felt good about it. And it was just a great feeling. And I got a lot of letters, politicians. Then I had a few inmates. I had a few inmates who was doing background checks on me up in the law library. They had came down. I said, wow, no, we want no beef with you. We want no problem with you. What's up? I said, listen, we heard about the news for you. Congratulations on the news. Penitentiary is not big. The penitentiary is not big upon good news from me to you. They will keep that quiet on you, and you just do life in here. But they said, listen, we see that you doing right now. You doing your CR date right about now, which means your conditional release date. You still doing that, and it's still open for you. I said, okay. I said, listen. They said, request for your PO. I said, okay. Request for your PO and tell your PO that you want to sign out immediately. You don't want to wait. You want to sign out immediately. They said, from me to you, baby boy, they said, you want to sign out immediately because the Department of Corrections, they on their way to come see you. You have a riot squad on their way to come see you. And they feel that you getting no suite. You're not doing no bed. You already did your bed. Go home. Don't die here. So I said, okay. So I found myself going down, see my PO. Try that out. And there was a riot squad down there waiting on me, being put together for me. So, oh, wow. They was cussing up a storm on me. And at the same time, they had other future parolees down there, so they just wanted to blow my spot among them to bring that tension up. Oh, the rapist is trying to go. He's trying to get out of here. You trying to escape? I said, huh? Wow. So they had their little nightsticks in their hand, and oh God, it was nasty. It was nasty. But I ended there. Thank you, y'all. Huh?
So, what was it like when you heard someone had confessed? Were you angry or relieved?
It's better late than never. If it was a fifth, we all be drunk. What I was pretty much, the information that was coming to me on that is, if my Reyes would never had came forward on that, I had came across a DOC, Department of Correction. They receive magazines like every month, DOC magazines, and you had a lot of heinous crimes doing a bit straight up and going home and recommitting. So Governor Perpetrator at that time, when he was governor, he was leaving, I guess he was getting tired of hearing it, so he was leaving the rights up to the parole board panel to deal with us, heinous crimes as we come in. If these people here don't comply and as damn near becoming a facilitator to these programs, you have the right to hit them past their max. And I felt that I fit in that category. So my time when it went from 5 to 15 to 15 to life. If that didn't happen, if Reyes part didn't happen. At the same time, my state of mind was, without me even knowing that part, my state of mind was to max out. So I have no parole supervision, no none of that going on. But there was no such thing as that. Once you pretty much have that over your head, you're gonna have parole supervision regardless. So like I said, Ray has killed that part.
All right, so you kind of answered this one a little bit already, but to what extent should you be there for your friends? What advice do you have in regards to younger people that are there for their friends?
One more time?
Like, so what advice do you have for kids who try to have their friends' backs, and to what extent should you do that?
Until it's time for you to go home. It's time for you to go home. If you're not on, if baby boy, if you're not on the list, don't be a good guy. It's gonna cost you. Don't be a good guy. Yo, you a sucker. Thank you. That'd be my new name. That'd be my new name from you to me. Thank you. I see you tomorrow.
Right.
To my future. I'm your. To my future, what have you, yo, just, I see you tomorrow. I love you, and I see you tomorrow. Pretty much, I love you, I see you tomorrow.
Okay, well, that concludes our question and answer. Can we please give Korey Wise a round of applause?